When I started the Bag Lady, y'all, in 1989, I did lots of salads, and I would do a pasta salad, and you know, I about pasta salad myself out. So I just about quit making them. So I'm gonna bring back an oldie but goodie in my mind. And there's so many different ways you can put together a pasta salad. This recipe is actually in Cooking with Paula Deen magazine. And it's gonna be a very meaty, and when I say meaty, I'm talking about with broccoli and zucchini and a lot of good vegetables for us. But people used to love that pasta salad, honey. So I've got our pasta boiling, and I'm boiling a bow tie pasta. And I'm gonna boil it for about 13 minutes. And then the last minute or two, I'm gonna add some broccoli flowettes to it and let them cook for about a minute. Don't want to get those mushy. We still want them nice and kind of crispy. And while we're waiting on our pasta to get ready, I'm gonna put our sauce together. And the sauce is very, very easy. We're using a store-bought pesto. So it calls for 2 cups of pesto, and these equal like a cup. Each one of these little containers equal a cup. So we got a few things to add to it. A lot of people love pesto. And this really looks good. I hope I got a big enough dish out. I don't know if I did or not. I thought it would be big enough. But I've still got to add my sugar, a little cayenne, a little wine, I'm just going to thin that out, and some olive oil. We just are going to make it itty with this bowl. So there we go. And I'm going to add a little salt. A little pepper. And just give it another quick little stir. And then this will hold in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. So we're good on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting all of our vegetables in our bowl. So I've got 1 zucchini and 1 yellow squash mixed together. I've got 1 bunch of spring onions or green onions, whatever your name for them is. I've got a red bell pepper. I've got a green bell pepper. And I've got 3 plum tomatoes that have been seeded and diced. Put our, toss our Parmesan cheese in. Oh my goodness, this brings back memories. It's been so long, and I tell you what, Jamie actually ouch. Jamie actually took over the pasta salad making. And ooh, he could make a good pasta salad. And he would make it where it was sweet. And it was so good. Just a tad bit sweet. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to all of our veggies. Okay, now we're down to about 2 minutes on our pasta. You know, I think pasta is meant to be cooked al dente, but I actually like my pasta done. I don't like it to the tooth. Okay. Gonna add the broccoli. Let that cook for like just a minute or so. And then I've got a colander up here. I'm gonna pour it into the colander, and then we're gonna rinse it and let it drain again. So how simple is that? Okay, ooh, that broccoli smells good. So you want to be able to stop the cooking of your broccoli, so that's why we're going to rinse it in cold water. All right, so we are basically ready. Now this recipe calls for a 16-ounce bag of bow tie pasta. I don't know that they make such. This is a 12-ounce box. And it makes a gracious plenty. Okay, so all we got left to do now is pour our pesto sauce over it, and I like to let it sit for a little while. And I think I shared all the ingredients, but I might not have specified the vinegar that I put in it, and it was white balsamic vinegar, and then just olive oil. This is beautiful. You know, whatever you're doing on Labor Day, we got Labor Day coming up. It's coming up fast and furious on us. And it's still so very, very hot. So this would be a great dish if you're going out on the boat, to take this out with you. Just easy to eat. Just put it in individual plastic containers and just pop the lid on them, and everybody can eat whenever they're hungry. It's just beautiful. Oh, to the bag lady. I never used the pesto when I was making my pasta salad, nor did Jamie. But if you like the pesto, it gives it a wonderful, wonderful basil flavor. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and let it soak for a little while. Let all those flavors marry together. And then I will correct the seasonings. If I feel like it needs more salt and pepper, then I'll do it at that time. But we're gonna let these flavors go on a date and marinate. How about that? I'm a poet and don't know it. Okay. Delicious. So if you're trying to plan your Labor Day menu, this is one that's good and healthy, easy, and it holds up very, very well. And it'll taste so good if you're out in that hot boat. And this is nice and cold. Yum. Labor Day, y'all be safe. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.